Hey everybody, this is Matt Garrison. I'm playing my RS Berkeley Virtuoso Series tenor today, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about warming up and little warm-up exercises that I do maybe 2 or 3 times a week, depending if I have a gig or not. Some days I just want to be very technical and not even really think about music, but just really get better at the saxophone or whatever instrument that I'm playing. Um, so the first thing that I do is just simply get a tuner and tune up. I think it's really positive for the ears if you play in tune. I'm sure a lot of people just they put their instrument together and they just start playing, and tuning isn't really on the minds of everybody, I think. So I'm tuned up. I just tuned to an A concert. Uh, and I try to play a loud tuning note, a soft tuning note. I try to close my eyes and then play the note and then open them and then look at the tuner. You kind of want to. It's an ear training exercise in a way. So that being said, that's out of the way. The first thing that I do is just play a little bit of something, just a little bit of music. Just make sure your reed is feeling good and responding well. The first exercise that I do is the ha ta ta. I believe taught to me by Ralph Lalama when I was at Purchase College. I won't do the whole thing, but I'll demonstrate. It's good to play with a metronome, maybe quarter notes at 60, but it's not necessarily necessary to do that. You can sort of just count in your head. You're going to do 2 half notes, which are the ha and the ta, and then you're going to do a whole note, and then you're going to do a whole rest. And throughout this exercise, you're not moving your embouchure at all. You're not going to move. This is an isometric exercise. Isometrics is the idea that you're not moving the muscles, but they're under tension, which is making them stronger. So here's ha ta ta. That's a very basic explanation. It's easier to hear it. So maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4. So you see that I don't change my embouchure. I breathe through my nose. I start on G and I play chromatically up to C. And then if I was doing it for real, I would do the whole process again. I think I went a little fast. You could probably go slower. You could go super duper slow and get actually a better workout from it. Um, the longer you hold it, in my opinion, the longer you hold it, just the warmer you'll get. You'll feel the burn. So I'll go through the ha ta ta. I think that's also called three notes. I think in the brass world, it's called three notes. The next thing I'll do is just a series of long tones with crescendo, decrescendo kind of thing happening. You can start on any note. Um, Maybe we'll start a little higher. We'll start on C. So this is from the beginning of your breath to the very end of your breath. You're going to do a huge crescendo, reach a peak, and then you're going to come down. But it's all a very gradual volume change. So you can do that on maybe four or five notes, depending how you feel. But obviously, not only is that a good long tone exercise, but that's a great breath control exercise because the coming down is harder than the coming up. And just to pace yourself, that's a great breath control exercise. Um, the next thing I'll do is maybe play a scale and just tongue it. Do different tongue exercises, not exercises, but tongue rhythms. So maybe I'll just play, G major scale, and I'll go. And that's just a good way. All of this should really be played with a metronome. At a certain point, I don't use the metronome, honestly. I just kind of try to feel my internal time. But at first, the metronome is definitely a positive thing. It's really annoying. No one likes the metronome, but it is really good medicine. So with the tongue, the tongue is a muscle, I believe, and it needs to be trained and worked out. So you could also just do a chromatic thing instead of doing a scale. Um, just get the blood flowing and increase strength and control. Um, the last thing that I'll say about warm ups is that sometimes when you have a concert or performance, maybe you just didn't get the chance to do your warm ups, and you need to hit and you need to start playing without any kind of warm up. So sometimes you could do some mouth exercises. When I was in high school, a teacher of mine taught me the do e exercise. I don't know if there's another name for that, but you don't have to say do e. It's sort of the way that the mouth forms when you say those two syllables. But if you say do e, do e, do e, um, if you do that, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 times, you start to feel something happening here. And it's the extreme. So you're going to push out all the way and go back all the way. The other thing, which was taught to me by a trumpet player friend of mine, is just to purse the lips together. And, again, it's an isometric exercise. So you are pushing the muscles, but they're not moving. So That looks funny. I had to look at myself. Just if you start to do that and really tighten and hold them together, you'll start to feel something. The other one is just simply opening your mouth as wide as possible. That looks awful. Um, those three little exercises really could get you warmed up. Maybe not internally, but embouchure wise. So these are some of the things that I do on a normal basis just to get in touch with the saxophone, not necessarily music. That may be another video. Um, but certainly warming up and having a good sound is inspirational for any kind of performance. So thanks for listening. Have a great day.